The fruit of the Spirit is self-control, not control of the people. So don't try to control people. Let other people control you. Peace is one of those things that are measured by what we have going on internally in our spirit. And when you try to take on somebody else's challenges, the problem is you can't control their approach to the challenge. So you may want peace for somebody else, but the truth is, if they don't take the approach that's a biblical approach, or if they're not applying wisdom to their life, then you're going to find that instead of receiving peace by trying to help somebody else out, you end up taking on the same burdens that they took on, and therefore deal with the same chaos that they have. Peace is directly tied to what you deal with internally. So it's not something that can be escapable. If you're dealing with stress, it affects your peace. If you don't have clear direction, it affects your peace. Most importantly, if you don't know how to redirect, and the redirection comes from prayer. Being able to pray to God and cast your cares to God. And this is why you can't control other people. Because if somebody else decides not to cast their cares to God, but instead cast their cares to you, then all of a sudden you find yourself being more of a conduit, something that is connected to the very turmoil that they have. And the reason why you really want to trust him is because you don't want your worries and your fears to pull you outside of his will. And then you find yourself chasing. And when you're chasing, you'll always lose, because the very steps that God had intended for you to be effective and to be able to win, you won't end up doing because you let your worries apply different actions and ultimately pull you in a different direction. Another thing that I've learned about control, I've learned consistency over intensity. When you slow things down intentionally, ultimately they give you more peace, because you won't be so anxious and so much in a rush to try to accomplish everything right away. We can't control things happening, let alone trying to get it all done in a very short period of time. But what we can do is try to focus on being consistent. And when we're consistent, that is when I've learned God will grant you more peace. So the fruit of the Spirit being self-control, not about trying to control your environment or control the results, but it's trying to control yourself and understanding that it is God that's going to create results and bring all these things to pass. You just have to control how you react and respond. So the fruit of the Spirit is self-control. So don't try to control people or let people control you.